Om Namaha, Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Very good morning. Welcome to you all for introduction class to Anushtana YogaVedanta course for physical, mental, and spiritual health. 3 modules. Let us start our class with a prayer. So sit in a meditative posture. Keep your spine straight. Relax your body. Relax your mind. Let us chant prayer together. Om. 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 ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुसाक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ तत्सत्। ॐ नमः। Om Namaha. Slowly open your eyes. So today we are going to understand about how to implement yoga and Vedanta in daily life. So yoga, Vedanta, nowadays many teachers teaching separately. Yoga separate, Vedanta separate. But here in our tradition, now you are seeing our Sadguru Parampara. So let me introduce our tradition. Our tradition starts from Ramlal Prabhuji from left. Ramlal Prabhuji from Rishikesh. He is the first one of our Parampara. From there, Narayana Prabhuji, then Gangaya Prabhuji. The fourth generation is our Guruji, Raparti Ramarao Garu. Our Guruji want to give the special traditional methods to everyone who are eligible to learn. So he started teaching to public. So he is a householder, he living normal life, and he set himself an example for everybody how to lead a peaceful and calm life, and also how to get self-realization and how to bring this yoga and Vedanta combinedly into our daily routine life. So he is an example for us. So he started teaching few decades back, and students of Guruji started Yoga Consciousness Trust, Yoga Chaitanya Samstha in 1990 registered. From the trust, we are giving that knowledge we are sharing the knowledge given by our tradition to the public, to all aspirants. And I went to Guruji in 1992 to the Shanti Ashramam, where Guruji is giving yoga training for 1 year courses. I joined 1 year course nearly like 30 years before. From there, I am with Guruji. I stayed with Guruji 6 years continuously with him, and I learned many authentication techniques from Guruji. In 1999, I started a center in Nandyal. So from there, I am serving the branch, I am practicing, I am helping the aspirants who are interested to learn, who comes to that institute. We are sharing the knowledge given by our tradition and Guruji. So here, a few questions for every person, every day, encountering so many stress, problems, pain, and questions. Nowadays, life is very fast. This is a computer age, running very fast, struggle for existence, and getting so many health problems, physically, mentally, emotionally. So everybody searching for solution for all these problems. And so many questions comes into mind. Everyone, why we are suffering? Is there any end for this suffering? Why don't we live happily, lifelong, without any disturbances? So the questions comes, why I born, why I die. The both this will be not in our control. And why are these differences? Who is controlling this universe? Is there any control? Like these questions comes to everyone. And is there God? What is spirituality? Why God created us? Is there any difference between all species in the universe? What any speciality in us? What is the purpose of our life? So many questions comes. Is everyone different? Is everyone connected? Is spirituality and science goes along or separate? So many questions. Why, if God is there, why all these bad things happening in the world? Why so many problems in the world? Why we are not able to live friendly, happily together in the universe? So many problems between towns, cities, states, countries, the struggles between races, religions. Why? Why all these things happening? So for that, what is the purpose? So for that, once Swami Shankaracharya told us a difference between all the species and human. What is the specialty of the human? So because when we think all species in the universe, every living being, so they born, they grow, they create the species like their race, becoming old and die. This is common for every living being. Then what is the difference? Animals also doing that, and human also doing that. Then what is the difference? Shankaracharya says, Jagadguru Shankaracharya says, there is a difference between human and others. What is the difference? Human has the intellect. Human has intellect. That is, intellect means a discrimination capability. So, which is good, which is bad. With the discrimination, human has to know what is the purpose of his life, why he born, why he die, who is controlling this. So, we need to know our purpose of life. Now, it's time for everyone. to explore ourselves, to learn how to control the turbulence of mind, how to control beyond the mind, to go beyond the mind. Because mind is everything. For that, a vakya, a word, a sentence from the Vedanta, a sentence from the Vedas, Athato Brahma Jignasa, Jivasya Tattva Jignasa. That means we should know, we should start inquiry to know the value of life and to know the truth behind all this creation. So this is the important thing. Now everybody has to search for that. That's why the first thing we need to understand purpose of human life. When we know the purpose, we will start journey towards that purpose to achieve that purpose. Swami Vivekananda says, to know thyself is the highest alien in human life. That means we need to know ourselves. Then question comes, what is knowing myself? I know myself is, I am Damodar Reddy, I am so and so, I am son of so and so, I have my address, I have my details, everything. Then what is the other things to know? Who am I? I am simply say, I am Damodar Reddy. So let's think about a simple logic given by our Guruji. General, I used to say, see, for example, these spectacles are mine. These spectacles are mine. That means these spectacles belongs to me. And if I ask you, whose is this hand? You will be saying, sir, that hand is yours. So that means this hand is mine. And if I ask, whose shirt is this? Then everybody says, even I know this is my shirt. Likewise, if I say, whose head is this? This is mine. Whose body is this? This body is mine. And everybody knows who have instruments, two important instrument that is body and mind. Then I ask, whose mind is you are talking? That means everybody says, yes, mind is mine. So mind belongs to me. This body belongs to me. This shirt belongs to me. These spectacles belongs to me. Let's understand simple thing. When I say this belongs to me means I am separate from that. I am not that. That means these spectacles cannot become me. I cannot become spectacles. Spectacles are different. I am different. These spectacles becomes to me. The same way the shirt becomes to me, the hand becomes to me, not becomes, it belongs to me. Sorry, it belongs to me. The spectacles belongs to me. The hand belongs to me. The body belongs to me. The mind belongs to me. When it belongs to me, I am separate. That is separate. Now, the body belongs to me. My mind belongs to me. Then who am I? That is the question. Who are you? Who am I? That we need to know. That's why remember, to know thyself is the highest ideal. How to know? How to know myself? We know only two things, body and mind. These body and mind also belongs to me. Then what is separate beyond these two? Then we'll be going to understand. See, everybody searches for happiness lifelong. We need to understand this also. Then we will be know how to search ourselves, where to find ourselves. Searching happiness, it never ends. For example, we lost some instrument, we are lost something in our home. Then we start searching. When we search stops, when we get the thing, we stop our searching. But lifelong, we are searching for happiness, working, working, working. We are thinking that happiness comes from something, comes from something. A simple story I will explain. One day, a old lady searching for something in a street under the light, street light. So you are going that way, you come across and you saw that lady searching for something. You thought to help her. So you are trying to ask her, you asked her, what you lost? Tell me, I will also help. Then she told, I lost some needle. Then you are searched that place. No, I didn't find it. Then you asked the exact place where she dropped that one. Then she told, so I lost it in my hut. Then you laughed and you're asking that lady, you lost the needle in your hut, but you are searching outside. How you can get it? Then lady answered, replied, in my hut there is darkness, there is no light. That's why I'm searching. Here is light. That's why I'm searching here. When you will get that needle? Never. Like that, we also try to search happiness in external things. But that happiness is not external, it is internal. To understand that, Guruji also explains another story. For example, we think everything, generally external objects will give us happiness. Whatever the people, instruments, the things, the food, whatever the other things. Everybody searches happiness in something. Some people finds in humans, some people finds in children, some people finds in enjoyments, senses enjoyment, food, power, money, so many things. It differs. So one time, one person got sick, that is diarrhea. He got hospitalized, and it was that information went to his friend. Then he want to visit this friend. So he bought some mangoes for that friend. So he went to hospital after talking chit chat. Then he told, I bought very good special mangoes for you. So try to eat. That means you are very fond of that mangoes. So eat. He gave. Then that person told, no, not this time. No, I don't want to eat now. Because when the person suffering from diarrhea, if he eats mangoes, that situation get worse. So he didn't eat. That means if mangoes are giving happiness to that person, it should give always for everyone. But really, practically, it's not. Now this time, if he eat mangoes, he will get trouble. So that's why he say, I don't want to eat now. That means that real joy or happiness not coming from external things. It is of our projection onto that object, and we are thinking we are getting happiness from the object, but not really. We are getting happiness because that happiness is inside. So we need to search that happiness, or we need to search ourselves in us only, not outside, not external, to understand. Then how to how to know ourselves, how to know the eternal truth, how to know God, if God is there. So many questions comes. For that, Indian philosophy, there are six schools of Indian philosophy, six sages. You can say rishis or yogis. They learn, they understand themselves, they understand the truth, eternal truth, by practicing a systematic manner, and they given us that way. They saying we practiced, we understand the truth, we found the God, means whatever you say, we got self-realization, we known ourselves. So you can also practice in the same manner, you can understand yourself. That's why six schools of Indian philosophy shows the way to know ourselves, to find the eternal truth. These are Nyaya, Vaiseshika, Samkhya, Yoga, Purva Mimamsa, and Uttar Mimamsa. That is like from sage Gautama Maharshi, Kanada Maharshi, Kapila Maharshi, Patanjali Maharshi, Jaimini Maharshi, and Vyasa Maharshi. Now, we are practicing, we are trying to know the truth with the yoga. So, yoga is the given by Patanjali Maharshi. Actually, yoga very ancient. It is already given so many details in Vedas. But Patanjali Maharshi, nearly approximately 2000 years back, he compiled all the yogic information into one area and he given us as like a sutras. So like 196 sutras and Samadhi Pada, Sadhana Pada, Vibhuti Pada, Kaivalya Pada. Four chapters like. And he also given us that Vyakarana, that is grammar, for learning our understanding, correcting our literature, correcting our words. Then purify our body, he given us Ayurveda. And to purify our mind, he given yoga. And Patanjali, we say he is the incarnation of Lord Adishesha. And he gives the definition in the first pada, he gives the definition of yoga. What is the definition of yoga? Yogaha chittavrutti nirodha. Yogas chittavrutti nirodha. That means yoga chitta vritti nirodha. Yoga means yoga comes from the word use, that is union, to join, to yoke. That means to join. Chitta means mind, vritti means the modifications or functions, nirodha means to stop. So the sutra's meaning is to stop the modifications of mind is yoga. Then how to stop? That is our question. And he explains, if you stop your mind, you will be in your own nature. You will be in your own self. Then you will be able to understand yourself. So that means we need to go beyond mind. Tada drashtuhu swarupe avasthanam. Then the sea rests in his own nature. So we will be in our real self. If not, what happens? Vurti sarupya mitratra. He will be wandering into everywhere, here and there. So that's why we need to be in ourselves. So we need to go beyond mind. To go beyond mind, we need to understand what he says to stop the functions of the mind. So here, what are the functions of mind? What are the modifications of mind? There are five modifications for mind. So that's why in another sutra, the next sutra, he explains Urtayaha Panchatayaha Klista Klistaha. These modifications are five types and are also divided into two ways. There is the Klista Klista, useful, not useful. These modifications. So we will be discussing about that Vrittis detailedly in the classes. But just I will be going briefly because of time. Mind. What is mind? Then the root cause for our suffering, for our attachment, for our liberation, that is mind. That's why in Telugu, generally we say, Manayeva Manushyanam Karanam Bandha Mokshayo, Bandhanikani Mokshanigani Karanam Manase. So for the everything, mind is cause. That's why many times we will say, mind can make hell or heaven. And we should know the internal parts of mind. Antakarana Chatushtaya we call in Sanskrit. That is mind, that is thoughts, intellect, discrimination. The recording memory, that is called Chitta, Manosu, Buddhi, Chitta, Ahankara. Ahankara means I-ness, ego. And what is mind? To simply say, Swami Shivananda says that which separates you from God is mind. See, union. We understand yoga means union. Union with what? The Jiva and Paramatma. See, for example, We say ourselves as a Jiva, and we say God is Paramatma, Atma, Paramatma, the union between Jiva and God, union between Atma, Paramatma, the individual soul to universal soul. So, like that. So, and also we say the mind is what means the wall that stands between you and God is mind. It comes in between God and us. So, we need to, if we able to send that mind aside or remove that mind or go beyond the mind, then we can understand God, godliness, what is the eternal truth. So then concept of God, there are so many disturbing understandings about God. God means everybody says a form and is limited to something, limited to some people, limited to different forms. So many forms we worship. So every religion has some forms. So actually, that is partial. It is a beginning stage form. But what is characteristics of God really means? It was told in Vedas, in Mandukya Upanishad and other Upanishads. It was clearly explained. God is formless. It's Nirakara, Nirguna. He is beyond these all trigunas, the qualities, and He is omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent, formless, timeless, above life and death, beyond senses and mind. There are so many characters clearly described, explained in Vedas. So, God is not merely a form. So, form is up to one extent. We need to go beyond the form. For example, God is everywhere in everyone, in every living being. That is a conscious. We should understand God means it is energy, it is a consciousness. That consciousness is everywhere, every living being, non living being, everywhere it is there, like energy. So, God is energy. To understand that energy, we need to go beyond mind because it was clearly explained God is Avang Manasa Gochara. Avang Manasa means he is not perceived through the senses and mind. So, what Patanjali says, what Veda says, what everybody says is first of all, we need to go beyond mind, this body and mind. Then only we understand God's consciousness and everything. So, for that, we are following now the Patanjali method, yoga method, and Patanjali Maharshi to teach us the methods. He divided the people into three categories. According to the capability of the people, he divided into three categories. Samadhikari and Madhyamadhikari, Mandadhikari. That means intelligent students, average students, and the rest of the students. So, for example, you may think, I am not that much intelligent, I am not average, I am dull. Don't think dull like something. It is like the two categories, the rest of the people are come to in one category, that is Mandadhikari. For you can say, you can think it as a third category. When we belongs to third category, what is the method? He given each adhikari, the adhikari means eligible person, eligible person. So for the first category people, he given Abhyasa Vairagya Abhyam Nirodha. We will be discussing in detail later. And then Madhyamadhikari, the average students he given us Kriya Yoga, Tapasvajhaya Pranidhanani, and the rest of the people. This is important. Now we are going to learn this. We are going to understand this. We are going to process. We are going to into this process that is yoga, that is Ashtanga Yoga. Now everybody knows about these terms. Ashtanga Yoga. Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayama, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. Eight limbs yoga we call it as. And here it is also divided into two stages like external yoga, internal yoga. That means the first five in eight limbs, first five limbs becomes external yoga, and next three limbs becomes internal yoga. And in between, to jump into external to internal, pratyahara helps a lot. Here comes the Sarira Madhyam Kalu Dharma Sadhanam. That means body is very important to achieve any dharma, to achieve anything. And also one proverb is there. Dharmartha kama mokshanam arogyam moolamuttamam. So health is very important to achieve anything. Here, dharma, artha, kama, moksha. These we call it as Chaturvida Purushartha, who have four stages of life. That is Brahmacharya, Gruhastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasa. For thus, four ashramas, four simple aims are there. That is Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. To learn Dharma, which is good, which is right, which is not good, which is not right. Then Artha. You need to, Artha means money or economical. You need to earn because of with dharma you have learned, you should learn first dharma. With dharma you have to earn, with dharma you have earned, and kama means desires. You have to fulfill your desires. Everybody has desires. You need to fulfill the desires with the dharma and money, and then after that fulfilling your desires you need to strive for moksha, that is self realization, to know yourself. This is the four stages of life everybody has to undergo, that Indian tradition gives us that simple methods. It was imbibed in our lifestyle. So that's why many times we say yoga or any this culture is a, it is not a some system, a simple system. It is a lifestyle. Yoga is a lifestyle. Yoga teaches us how to live from born to death, how to act, how to react, how to achieve the four stages, how to achieve the aims of the four stages of life. That's why to achieve those things, health is very important. Because for everything, body is important, and for that, health, physical health. First of all, physical health. And then comes a sound mind in a sound body. When you have a sound body, then your mind will be healthy. When you are physically sick, your mind also will get disturbed. So that's why a sound in a mind, a sound mind in a sound body, and health is wealth. Arogyame mahabhagyamam. Nowadays, everybody knows. And COVID pandemic teaches us a lot of things. So we need to keep at the time nothing helped. So who has that immunity, who has taken care, and also some external things also is there. But we understand the value of health. What is health? So this is the definition given by WHO, World Health Organization. Generally, we say, "Oh, I don't have disease; I am healthy. Oh, I don't have any health that is any handicapped things, something. I don't have any deformity, any something like I don't have hands, so I'm ill health. Something. It is not like that. It is not like that absence of disease or infirmity. It is like a state of complete. You should be health means you should be physically, mentally, socially, spiritually. Then only you will say you will be called as a healthy person. Otherwise, partially healthy person only. So a state of complete physical, mental, social, and spiritual well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmity. So understanding this is, that's why yoga gives you physical, mental, and everything. So that's why we divided to know this process to practice easily in three modules. So we dedicated first module for physical health, second module for mental health, third module for spiritual health. So this is in first module, we are going to share the knowledge given by our tradition, that is in Yama Niyama and Asana Kriya. In these four areas, we are going to explain you, demo, and practice. So this will be going on in this first module, January to March, 3 months. See, Yamanimas. Yamanimas are the foundations for Ashtanga Yoga. See, for example, for building a house, we first give the foundation. So we'll take care, the foundation should be in a strong condition. Otherwise, the house won't stand for a long time. So that's why Yamanimas. Yama Niyamas means five Yamas are there, five Niyamas are there. Yamas for the how to live, it teaches us how to live in society. Niyamas teaches us how to correct ourselves. So that is yamas means ahimsa, you can see there, ahimsa, satya, asteya, brahmacharya, aparigraha. These five are very important. Live peacefully in a society. And then comes individual corrections, individual personality, that is like Saucha, Santosha, Tapas, Svadhyaya, is Pranana. And these things will be explained detailedly in a classes. And where we are taking all this subject, Patanjali Yoga. Patanjali Yoga we are practicing, but asana, Patanjali didn't explain about so many asanas. He says simply Stiram Sukhamasana. Then where we are taking these asanas and practicing and teaching you, that means it is from the classical text. We follow the classical text and we teach scientific and traditional yoga. So the important classical texts are Hatha Yoga Pradipika, Gheranda Samhita, Siddha Siddhanta Paddhati, Hatha Ratnavali. Like so many texts are there. We are taking these yoga practices from Hatha Yoga Pradipika. You can take the reference from that book. And Hatha Yoga Pradipika is compiled and combined, written by Yogi Swatma Rama Yogendra. It is coming from a guru to guru, where Hatha Yoga came. The Hatha Yoga origin is from Adinada, means Ishvara, Lord Ishvara. Then Matsyendranada, Gorakshanada, like one by one, Guru Parampara we call it as. So from tradition to tradition. So this is that Hatha Yoga first taught by Adinatha Ishvara. This practice, these techniques we are learning. In this text, there is also in this text here also four chapters. In first chapter, he will explain about food and asana, then Shatkarma and Pranayama, and then third chapter Mudra Bandha Kundalini, and fourth chapter Samadhi and Raj Yoga. And Ashtanga Yoga you call it as Raj Yoga, and asana part, physical part, you can call it as Hatha Yoga. And we simply says Hatha Yoga is like a foundation, Raj Yoga it is a roof. So without Hatha Yoga, Raj Yoga is Raj Yoga means if we say it is a Vedanta, this is a practical yoga. Then without Hatha Yoga, Raj Yoga is baseless. So you have Hatha Yoga foundation, but you don't have the Raj Yoga. That means we say without Raj Yoga, Hatha Yoga is useless. And without Hatha Yoga, Raj Yoga is baseless. Both are interlinked. You need to learn both. That's why here we will be sharing the knowledge of Hatha Yoga and Raja Yoga both together and helps to convert into your daily life. So Hatha Yoga, the eligibility comes here. Who can learn Hatha Yoga? So many people think, oh, we cannot practice these yogic practices like asana, pranayama because we are sick and we are old and something. But here the text says it is very clearly everyone can learn from childhood to old age. So anyone who suffers from health problems, everything, they have different ways to learn. So you need to find a proper teacher to teach that practices. So anybody can practices, whether young or old or too old, sick, lean, anyone can get benefit from this yoga. And which you need to practice the asana or pranayama or cleansing techniques, everything. Here he explained clearly hatasya pradamangatva asanam puramuchite. So asana is the first one. That's why we selected for the first module for asana. So these asanas gives you the very good posture, very good health for your physical body. You'll be understanding it will be very good for all the systems in our body. And asana, what is the definition of asana given by Patanjali? There are so many definitions, but we follow this Patanjali Yoga, and that means Patanjali Yoga Sutras and Hatha Yoga Pradipika. So, Stiram Sukham Asanam. So, you need to sit in any posture with ease and comfort for longer durations. Yes, minimum duration is 3 hours. Can we able to sit for 3 hours without moving? Without discomfort, it is difficult. That's why next stage is given us this Hatha Yoga, everything to reach that state. So, what are the asanas? What are the categories? There are a lot of categories are there, and asanas is there are so many thousands of asanas you can get now. But in the text, it given like nearly 70 plus asanas, and Ghiran Samhita is 30 plus asanas. And there are different categories of asanas are there that is given here. You will be learning and the different types of categories asanas in the due course of time, 3 months. That is meditation, supine postures, prone, sitting, standing, forward, backward, twisting, balancing, inverted asanas, advanced and relaxation asanas. So you will be getting whatever needed for you and some health problems. The teachers will be explaining you if you have any health problem, you practice this, you avoid this. With understanding, with explanation, they will be explaining you different asanas. And all these asanas meant for keep the healthy body, that is the all the systems on our body. See, all these systems will be knowing, everybody knowing, but the important is the key system is endocrine system. So here, that is endocrine hormones, six hormones are there. This yoga practices asanas directly impact goes to the hormones. So that's why yoga gives very good result. If you practice a little bit also, you can feel, you can experience that difference. So the six endocrine glands are pituitary, pineal, thyroid, thymus, pancreas, adrenals, and gonads mean six sex glands. That is, in males it is we call it as testes, and in female it is called as ovaries. So Guruji given us, we cannot practice so many asanas every day. That's why Guruji divided and given as six asanas for six endocrine glands. That is more than enough. So that endocrine system will regulate, will coordinate, will control all other systems to work in a healthy condition. That's why six asanas. Is it difficult for us to practice six asanas every day? Even you think 3 minutes for each asana, 3 into 6, 18 minutes. Maybe you can relax in between 20 minutes. Even you take it as hardly half an hour. If you spend 30 minutes for yoga practices every day, you can be happily, you will be happily lead your life peacefully, happily. So that's why all the asanas will be taught in this course. Then kriyas, cleansing techniques, purificated techniques in. Generally, we clean ourselves, external body with the soaps, so shampoos, everything to clean ourselves. Even though we go outside, when we enter into our home, we wash our feet, we wash our hands, we wash our face to be healthy. So here these techniques teaches us how to cleanse our internal parts, internal body. So how to detoxify in a gross level. Those are the kriyas teaches us. So there are six cleansing techniques are there. Apart from that, you will be learning two or three techniques in this module, and further in each module, a few techniques related to that module that practices. And Kapalabhati, this is a wonderful. If you practice Kapalabhati, even single Kapalabhati for a few minutes every day, if you don't have time to practice for 30 minutes or 50 minutes, just practice 5 minutes of Kapalabhati, it keeps you more healthy. Kapalabhati itself, the means is Kapala means skull, Bhati means to shine. It gives very good shining to your brain. Brain is the important organ which controls the total body. That's why brain is called as little man. So that is the first module. Then entering into second module, uh, practicing asana kriya, you will be learning pranayama. This is very, very important pranayama because chalo vate chalan chittam nischale nischalam bhave in Hatha Yoga says. Because we are dealing with mind, we need to control mind, we need to go beyond mind. So the mind is very much related, linked to the breath, the air. So how long your air moving, your mind will be moving. How long your mind will, your air will stop, your mind will stop. It says in the Hatha Yoga Pradipika itself. So the pranayama means to control. See here, when you need to practice pranayama, after athasane dhrude yogi, that means when you are strong in practicing posture, then you are eligible to learn pranayama. That's why the pranayama comes in the second module. Once you master the asanas, when you understand the asanas, and then what is pranayama? Pranayama means two words, prana, ayama. Prana means life force, ayama means to extend or to control. So finally, pranayama means to control or to extend the life force is pranayama. So that's why pranayama is very important. There are a lot of varieties of pranayamas there. You will be understanding this module. What is the difference between different pranayamas and what are the benefits from different pranayamas and everything. How to this related to the mind, how to control mind. In this we will understand. That's why this is for the mind, second module. The first one is physical body, and this is mind, second module. So pranayama means to stop the breathing process. You will be understanding later. Then what is the meaning of hatha yoga? To understand the purpose of pranayama, you need to know the meaning of hatha yoga. Hatha yoga. Hatha yoga means three words. Hatha yoga. Ha means ha represents the Pingala Nadi. It is a nadis. Nadis means energy channels in our body. Then Tha means Ida, and Yoga means union. You know it already. Hatha Yoga means union of these two nadis. Where is that nadi? Generally, we show that Pingala is right nostril, Ida is left nostril. This is sun. So I will explain you in the next this slide. You see the slide. Hatha. Hatha means right nostril, Ta means left nostril. So what is it called? First see about the Ha. It is the sun, Pingala. This is pranic energy and physical work. It is heat. It is masculine. It is the river represents like Yamuna and sympathetic nervous system. When you comes to the Ta, this is left nostril. This is moon, Ida, and mental energy. The mental work. This is cooling, feminine, Ganga. The union of these two is important. That means how you will be knowing Ha is active or Ta is active. Every day we see in our body, in our breathing process, when we check, we can see clearly one nostril will be flowing very fluently and one nostril will be partially closed or completely closed, blocked. Now the purpose that means when your one nostril is flowing means, for example, now I am showing my left nostril. When my left nostril is flowing, my right brain is active because the brain has with two hemispheres. You know the shape also you can see two hemispheres. Two hemispheres has two different functions in our body and control points are there in the brain. So here you can see the color and everything written clearly and drawing also you can see the colors. So left nostril indicates flowing indicates right brain is active. Right nostril indicates the left brain is active. So the one thing left nostril means right brain it is more emotional and right nostril means left brain it is logical and analytical. We need logic and we need emotion. We need emotions. We need to balance both. So when you are able to activate these both nostrils flowing together equally at one time, that means your brain functioning harmoniously. Even it is not wrong actually. For common man, for every human being, one nostril only flows. That is called Nasa cycle. In next slide, I will show you. So that's why this Hatha yoga means union of these two nostrils. The purpose of this pranayama is, purpose of Hatha yoga is to open these two nostrils. If your two nostrils are flowing continuously 24 hours, you don't need to practice any other things. See, this is NASA cycle. That means every 2-3 hours, 2 to 4 hours, the cycle, the nozzle will be changing automatically without your knowing. It happens automatically. But one nostril flowing, see, if the right nostril is involved, it will result a mental nervous disturbance. Right nostril, because the mental and nervous control is with the left nostril. So if left nostril is involved, you feel the physical energy is less. So you feel fatigue and less brain function. So that means we need to activate both nostrils. So generally, so many people suffering with these things. Longer duration, only one single nostril flows, then they will get problems. But generally healthy person, it will change in 2 to 4 hours. This is not cycle. This cycle we need to break it. We need to make this both nostrils flow continuously together. That pranayama brings. That pranayama breathing methods, bandhas, kumbhakas, everything help you to activate both nostrils. And pranayama removes all the toxins from your body and cures all the diseases if you practice properly. If you practice wrong, it will give adverse effects. That's why be careful when you learn pranayama, select the teacher, select the method. And then what happens if you practice pranayama? It removes that is ignorance, what we call it ajnana, and which covers your jnana, which covers your knowledge. Ignorance. You will be removed and you will be prepared for next level of internal yoga, that is dharana. It prepares. The pranayama makes you to prepare for dharana. So these are all external yoga. If you practice properly externally, you will be leading automatically to internal yoga. Then only you will be able to know yourself. Then only you will be able to go beyond the mind. Then only you will understand the eternal truth and whatever you call God or samadhi, whatever you say, it is up to you. So that's why you will be learning properly in pranayama second module, that is April to June, then entering into July to September for third module, that is spiritual health, that is pratyahara, dharana, and concentration meditation method. Samadhi we will be dealing later. We will be understanding, practicing with the guru, but generally in online, it's not possible to teach everything. So the third module is a journey inwards. We will be moving internal. Then here comes the Bahiranga Yoga and Antaranga Yoga. The bridge is Pratyahara. If you want to move to internal yoga, you need to take help of Pratyahara. And what is Pratyahara is withdrawal of the senses. Withdrawal of the senses. So that is pratyahara. That means controlling the senses. That means the mind is the leader for these senses, and we are controlling senses means we are slowly controlling, first making friendship to the mind, then controlling mind. That is pratyahara. So we will be giving you a different techniques which will help us to move internal. See here, control over senses is the result of withdrawing. So you will get control over senses. That means you are gaining control over mind. Then dharana. Dharana means this is given in the Vibhuti Yoga, Vibhuti chapter, Vibhuti Pada. Vibhuti means miracles. So the first miracle you will get by practicing yoga is dharana. Desha Bandha Chittasya Dharana. That is sutra given in Patanjali Yoga Sutras. And also dharana is nothing but concentration, you can say, but here the dharana is not simply concentration. It is the activation of energy and it is the controlling your mind, binding your mind. Desha means place, bandha means to tie, and chitta means mind, dharana. It is called as dharana. So to tie your mind at one fixed place is called dharana. But how it happens? There is a story I will explain you in the guest lectures. I will be coming into some guest lectures and I will be explaining you everything in the classes weekly or sometimes I will be available and I will explaining you all the internal meanings of these things. So understanding dharana. So let me explain you a very brief outlines of dharana. You can say it is third eye opening. Everybody has the third eye. Generally, in our scriptures, we see, in our Puranas, we see only Lord Shiva has the third eye. Not really. Everybody has the third eye. That is called as eye of intellect. That eye of intellect will be opened and intuition will be opened. The sixth sense, we may call it as, and we will be reading sometimes in psychology. Psychology is a branch of philosophy, actually. And in psychology, there will be many people studying extrasensory perception, ESP, we call it as. So that means without these senses, beyond these senses, you will be gaining some another knowledge that we call it as extrasensory perception that you will be getting by practice. This is nothing but dharana is nothing but everything, all those things. And it is like related to Agna Chakra. Agna Chakra means commanding chakra. We have six chakras in our body, six plus one: Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, Manipuraka, Anahata, Vishuddhi, Agnya, and Sahasrara. And all these chakras linked to the five elements. Everything is made up of five elements. If you're able to get control over these chakras, means you are getting control over the five basic elements: earth, water, fire, air, ether. So that you will be understanding when you achieve that, when you understand dharana, when you have that activation of energy. So you can simply understand this is a basic activation of energy inside you. You have an abundant energy. Sometimes Swami Vivekananda also explains what is the purpose means to bring out the divinity in you is the purpose of life. So, so you need to bring out that energies inside. We have a lot of energy, abundant energy, infinite energy inside, but we don't know. We simply say, so we dissect our body, we say, so you can find only flesh and blood and other things, but not that. There is a lot of things there. Once you go inside yourself, then you will be understanding. That's why in the third module, you will be taught how to go inside and activate that energy with the practices given by the tradition. So then you will be entering into meditation. Generally, nowadays, meditation is a fascinating word. Fascinating means everybody says, "Oh, I am doing meditation," and I went to a doctor. Doctor told me, suggested me to do meditation. It's not simply like meditation means just to sit and close your eyes. So first, we need to learn concentrating your mind. Many thoughts, less thought, single thought, no thought. That is the process. So single thought process in meditation. So we will be explaining what we have taught. We learned. We are giving the techniques by tradition, the concentration method, a simple and effective concentration method. A few techniques will be taught in those classes, and we will give time to practice in those classes. So from them only, from that technique only, we understand how to do meditation. Meditation is a state, it's a process. When you entering into concentration, when you able to concentrate, focus your mind, you will be entering into the state of meditation. It is not a technique, it is a process. You will be understanding that. Then samadhi, we will be discussing this later. It will be the ultimate result of practicing Ashtanga Yoga. Samadhi, equilibrium state of mind, the balanced state of mind. So, actually, in alternative for spiritual, Samadhi is the gateway of spirituality, they will be saying. And but here, don't worry, we'll be thinking about later with the senior people. So, until meditation, first we need to learn and we need to learn to meditate. We will be able to understand. So, meditation means not only simply sitting, meditation in walking, meditation in talking, meditation in eating, meditation in sleeping. How? Then you will be learning that in the due course of time in third module. Now, what are the benefits by practicing? Now, what we will get means all these benefits the physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. So, generally, personality development automatically happens. The change comes within automatically. That change will be perceived by your kith and kin. First, your family members, your friends will observe the change. So you don't need to say I am doing yoga. It is simply recognized by the people of your friends, your colleagues. So you'll be controlling your anger, stress, strain. The capability increases, the performance increases, happiness increases. You will be sharing that happiness to everybody. You are not sharing the pain. You will be sharing. You will be giving inspiration. You are inspiration to others. You will become inspiration. That's that is the power of yoga. When you practice, you will get all those benefits. And once again, the overview about the course, it is the first module, 3 months focusing on physical health, second module focusing on mental health, third module focusing on spiritual health. And these will be taught very clearly, traditionally. So we'll be understanding. So this is a very, very good tradition. There are so many wonderful traditions are there in the world. Every tradition is the same generally, but different methodology. The goal is same. The pathway is a little bit different because the people are so much diversity, so they need different techniques. Some techniques will be suitable for some people, but until to stop the mind is the different methods. After that, everything is same. All methods will merge at that junction. That is, go beyond the mind. After that, everything same. like deep sleep state. Deep sleep state is the same for everyone in the world. Everybody it is same, but dreams are different. Wakeful state is different, but dream state, wakeful state, even though different, very, very different, but deep sleep state is same to everybody. The same way when we go beyond mind, until that there are so many ways. You can follow any good method, then you will be understanding that. So this is about the course, and then what makes YCT unique means yoga consciousness trust, our trust. So it is our Guru Parampara. So and to train. So this is a very good charitable trust, no profit, no loss, and but we need some support for running the institution. So that's why we put a minimum registration fees, registration minimum things. So like completely traditional. So you can understand, and we give references of text way from where we are teaching everything, and service-oriented organization. Moreoverly, so we are practicing actually, and we are sharing the knowledge to everybody. So and the teachers are very qualified and who had dharana. Our Guruji gave us instructions. Who had the energy of activation? Who had that dharana? What we are saying in the third module, who had that energy ability only able to teach, and they are eligible to teach in our trust. So who are teaching you had that ever experience what they are teaching you, it makes YCT unique, not the merely theoretical experience, theoretical knowledge. They have the practical knowledge. That's why that makes YCT unique. Teach you who are all teachers, experienced teachers. So, and we are giving offering at different timings for different time zones people. So try to utilize this. If you want to practice, if you want to learn basic yoga, once again, they systematically, you need to wait one more year. So if you join now, this year, only this course, because these three modules takes 9 months, and we will give another 40 days time to master them, and to once again the coordinate and practice everything. So that's why 1 year goes. If you want to practice all this once again, you need to wait 1 year. So that's why better to learn now. We don't know what is the happens next. So this is the brochure for the three modules. I think you will get from this the coordinator of the course. So you'll be given the details and the phone numbers, everything. Even though first page you have phone numbers, you can ask this is the regular classes. Actually, I explained about the three modules for the beginners who doesn't know about yoga and who want to know the systematically for them. Already, people knows yoga and they want to practice regularly with the guidance of a teacher. And we are offering a different classes, different timings also, and in both languages, majorly in English. And for some people, Telugu also it is there. Different timings. So you can see the schedules. You can see them. You can contact the coordinator given in the below, and also our websites you can visit. Basic information will get in our websites also. So that is up to this brief information about the three modules. Thank you very much, and once again I wish you all the best. And for another further info, you try to contact us me. Mine is Damodur Kumar Reddy, and Yaman is the coordinator for this NRI classes. So you can contact both of us. First, try to reach Yamini. If she's not available that time, you can reach me. So thank you once again. Om Namaha. Let us say Swasti with three times Omkar. Om. 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 ॐ सर्वेषां स्वस्तिर्भवतु ॐ सर्वेषां शान्तिर्भवतु। ॐ सर्वेषां पूर्णं भवतु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ तत्सत्। ॐ नमः। ॐ नमः। Have a nice day. Thank you.